He wasn't the smartest in the class, not the strongest in the gym, not the luckiest in life, but every day he tried to become just 1% better. There was once a boy named Ayan, born in a small town where dreams often died before they began. His family ran a tiny workshop, fixing bicycles, polishing metal, earning just enough to make it through the month. Ayan wasn't brilliant at school. His teachers said he lacked focus. His friends said he lacked talent, and sometimes he believed them. But one night, while scrolling his old cracked phone, he came across a quote that changed everything. If you improve just 1% every day, in a year you'll be 37 times better. He didn't understand the math, but the message struck deep. What if I just become a little better every day? He thought. Not perfect, not extraordinary, just better. That night, he made a small promise, a promise so tiny that no one even noticed. He promised to wake up 5 minutes earlier the next day. The next morning, the world felt the same, but something inside him was different. 5 extra minutes gave him time to breathe, to think, to plan. He used it to read a single page from a book he found in a junk shop, The Power of Habit. The next day, he read 2 pages, then 3. After a week, he started jotting notes. After a month, he realized he'd finished his first book ever. He didn't become smarter overnight, but something amazing happened. He started believing in progress instead of perfection. As Ayan grew, he discovered that this 1% rule wasn't a secret. It was how the world's best performed. He read how Sir David Brailsford, the coach of the British cycling team, transformed an average group of cyclists into Olympic champions. Brailsford believed in the aggregation of marginal gains. He improved every tiny thing by 1%, the bike seats, the uniforms, even how the riders washed their hands to avoid illness. Those tiny 1% improvements added up, and within years, Britain dominated the cycling world. Ayan realized, success isn't magic, it's math. Tiny wins plus consistency. Unstoppable growth. He started applying this rule everywhere. He added 1 extra push-up every morning. He saved 1 more coin every night. He studied 5 extra minutes before bed. Ayan didn't see change immediately, but within months, he noticed his energy rising, his confidence building. He was no longer the lazy boy from the bicycle shop. He was becoming someone with momentum. When his friends mocked him for trying too hard, he just smiled. Because he had learned something they hadn't. Progress is invisible at first. There's a saying, first it's hard, then it's slow, then it's sudden. That's how growth works. Like ice melting, you don't see anything until 1 tiny degree changes everything. For Ayan, that moment came 2 years later. He got a small scholarship to study computer science in a city college. He wasn't the best coder, but he used his 1% rule again. Every day he learned 1 new thing about programming. 1 new shortcut, 1 new bug fix, 1 new line of code. While others crammed for exams, he built small projects daily. At first, his apps were messy and crashed often, but every mistake made him better. By the time he graduated, he had created a real mobile game, one that people actually downloaded. Ayan's story echoed many others who built greatness 1% at a time. Stephen King, who wrote just 1 page a day, and ended up with 70+ bestsellers. J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter in coffee shops while raising a child, 1 paragraph at a time. Kobe Bryant, who practiced at 4 a.m., improving a single move each morning until perfection. Elon Musk, who learned rocket science not in college, but by reading a few pages daily and applying them. They all had one thing in common: consistency over intensity. But Ayan's journey wasn't smooth. There were days when nothing seemed to work. Days when his code broke, his savings ran dry, and his motivation vanished. He once spent 3 nights debugging a project that refused to run. He cried, slammed his keyboard, and thought of quitting. But then he remembered his rule: just 1% better. So he fixed 1 small error, then another, and by sunrise, his program finally worked. That's when he realized, you don't fail when you fall, you fail when you stop getting up. Years passed. Ayan joined a tech startup. While others worked fast, he worked smart. Every day he improved one small thing: his presentation, his coding speed, his leadership. One day, his manager noticed. Within months, Ayan was promoted to lead a team. The same boy who once struggled to read English books now guided professionals from around the world. When asked about his secret, he smiled and said, "I don't chase perfection. I chase progress." Here's the thing about 1%. It compounds. Just like money grows with interest, your skills and habits multiply over time. If you become 1% better every day, in 1 year you'll be 37 times stronger than when you started. Most people quit because they don't see results soon enough. But success works in silence until it roars. Today, if you were watching this story thinking your life isn't going anywhere, remember Ayan's first day. He didn't change his world overnight. He just woke up 5 minutes earlier. That small step started a chain reaction that built his future. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to be rich. You just need to be consistent. Because the magic is not in doing a lot once. It's in doing a little every day. Years later, Ayan opened his own company, a small studio that trained young coders from poor backgrounds. Every student was taught one rule: 1% better every day. And when his company hit its first $1 million milestone, he wrote on the wall, "From one page to one company, that's the power of 1%. If you want to change your life, start small. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't aim for huge leaps. Start with one extra page today, one extra step tomorrow, one better habit next week. Because one day you'll look back and realize your small steps built a mountain." Success doesn't come from doing one thing 100 times better. It comes from doing 100 things 1% better.